So last week, I was at a coffee shop and I watched something fascinating happen. Two friends were talking. One was venting about a terrible day at work. The other one didn't say a word, just nodded, listened, and somehow the person venting left smiling. Meanwhile, at the next table over, someone else was also venting. Their friend kept interrupting with advice. You should do this, you need to try that. And you could see the frustration building. Same situation, completely different outcomes. And that's when it hit me. Emotionally intelligent people notice things the rest of us completely miss. Little behaviors, subtle cues, things that change everything about how they connect with people. Today I'm breaking down 7 behaviors that only emotionally intelligent people pick up on. And honestly, once you start noticing these, your relationships will never be the same. Let's dive in. Here's the thing most people get wrong. When someone's upset, our first instinct is to fix it, give advice, solve the problem, make it better. But emotionally intelligent people, they notice something crucial. They can tell when someone just needs to be heard. Think about it. Your friend comes to you stressed about an exam they bombed. You immediately jump in with, "Well, you should have studied earlier. Next time, make flashcards." Helpful? Maybe, but what they actually needed, someone to say, "That sucks, I'm here." Emotionally intelligent people read the room, they notice body language, tone of voice, and they ask themselves one question: does this person want advice, or do they just need me to listen? Here's how you can start doing this. Next time someone vents to you, pause. Don't immediately offer solutions, just listen. And when they finish, ask, "Do you want my thoughts, or did you just need to get that out?" That one question changes everything. Okay, this one's subtle, but powerful. Emotionally intelligent people notice the tiniest flickers of emotion on someone's face. A quick eyebrow raise, a lip twitch, a moment of hesitation. These are called microexpressions, and they happen in a fraction of a second. Most people miss them completely. But here's why they matter. Someone might say, "I'm fine," but their face tells a different story. That quick frown, the forced smile, the way their eyes look away. Emotionally intelligent people catch that, and instead of accepting, "I'm fine" at face value, they dig a little deeper. Let me give you an example. Your coworker says they're excited about a new project, but you notice their shoulders tense up when they talk about it. That's a clue. They might actually be stressed or overwhelmed. So instead of moving on, you might say, "You seem a little tense. Is everything okay with the project?" Boom! You just opened the door for a real conversation. Here's how you start practicing this. Pay attention to faces, not just words. Watch for those tiny fleeting expressions. They reveal what people are really feeling. This is a big one. Emotionally intelligent people are incredibly tuned in to energy shifts. And I'm not talking about some mystical vibe thing. I'm talking about observable changes in mood and behavior. Picture this. You're hanging out with a group of friends. Everyone's laughing, joking around. Then someone makes a comment, and you notice one person suddenly goes quiet, checks their phone, pulls back from the conversation. Most people, they don't even register it. They keep talking, keep laughing. But emotionally intelligent people notice, and they care. They might pull that person aside later and say, "Hey, you seemed off after that comment. Are you good?" That level of awareness, it's rare, and it's powerful. Because here's the truth, people don't always say when something bothers them. They withdraw, they shut down. And if no one notices, resentment builds. So how do you develop this skill? Start paying attention to patterns. Notice when someone who's usually talkative goes silent, or when someone who's always upbeat suddenly seems flat. Those shifts matter. And noticing them shows people you actually care. Here's something wild. Emotionally intelligent people pay as much attention to what's not said as what is. Let me explain. Your friend usually texts you every day. Suddenly, radio silence for 3 days. Most people think, "Oh, they're busy." Emotionally intelligent people think, "Something's up." Or imagine you ask someone about their weekend and they completely avoid mentioning a certain person they're usually with. That omission? That's information. People reveal a lot by what they choose to leave out, and emotionally intelligent people pick up on it. They notice when someone dodges a question, when someone changes the subject quickly, when someone's story has gaps, and instead of ignoring it, they gently address it. I notice you didn't mention how the meeting went. Do you want to talk about it? No pressure, no interrogation, just genuine curiosity and care. So here's your takeaway. Listen for the gaps. Pay attention to what people avoid. There's usually a reason. This one hits different. Emotionally intelligent people can spot when someone's putting on a mask, when they're forcing happiness, overcompensating, trying way too hard to seem okay. You know what I'm talking about. That friend who's suddenly posting non-stop on social media about how amazing their life is, or the coworker who's cracking jokes constantly, but there's something hollow behind it. Most people take it at face value. Oh, they're doing great. But emotionally intelligent people see through it. They recognize performance, and they know it usually means someone's struggling underneath. Here's a real-life example. You notice your usually chill friend is suddenly overly cheerful, laughing a little too loud, talking a little too fast. Instead of ignoring it, you might say, "You seem like you're in overdrive today. Everything okay?" That simple acknowledgement can make someone feel seen. And sometimes that's all they need to open up. So watch for the performance, the forced positivity, the desperate need to seem fine, because underneath, there's usually something real going on. Emotionally intelligent people are masters at recognizing when their boundaries, or someone else's, are being pushed. They notice when someone keeps asking for favors even after being told no, when someone makes passive-aggressive comments, when someone guilt trips or manipulates. And here's the key. They don't ignore it. They address it calmly and clearly. Let's say a friend keeps cancelling plans last minute. Most people either blow up or just accept it and feel resentful. Emotionally intelligent people notice the pattern and say something like, "Hey, I've noticed you've cancelled a few times. Is this not working for you? Let's figure out a better plan." No drama, no passive aggression, just honest communication. They also notice when they're crossing someone else's boundaries, a slight hesitation, a change in tone, and they immediately adjust. This awareness creates healthier relationships, less resentment, more respect. So start noticing. When do people seem uncomfortable? When are you pushing too hard? Those moments matter. Here's the thing that separates emotionally intelligent people from everyone else. They don't just notice others, they notice themselves. They recognize their own triggers, their patterns, the situations that make them anxious, angry, or shut down. For example, they might notice, "Every time I have a deadline, I get snappy with people," or "I always withdraw when I feel criticized." And instead of just reacting, they pause, they reflect, they choose a different response. This self-awareness is everything, because you can't manage what you don't notice. So here's your challenge. Start tracking your emotional patterns. When do you feel defensive? When do you shut down? When do you lash out? Write it down. Notice the triggers. And once you see the pattern, you can start changing it. Alright, let's recap real quick. Emotionally intelligent people notice when someone needs silence, not solutions. They catch microexpressions. They pick up on energy shifts. They listen for what's not said. They see through the performance. They recognize boundaries being tested. And they notice their own emotional patterns. These aren't superpowers. They're skills. And you can develop every single one of them. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one behavior from this list, just one, and practice it this week. Pay attention, notice, be present. Because when you start seeing what others miss, you don't just become more emotionally intelligent. You become someone people trust, someone people open up to, someone who actually makes a difference. Let's get better together. I'll see you in the next one.